Hello there. So we need to make this truck a truck. truck. So get ready for the headaches now. Now I'm doing this live off the bat. I'm not. I mean, I'll be alive. I haven't quickly looked through the folders before now. So we've got out now the two doors and the wheel. And like I said previously, what we're going to do, oh, I wish I wouldn't do that. The default for me is armor 3, and then I can't open bulldozers, so must remember. So we have this truck now. It was a house. It's no longer going to be a house, it's going to be a vehicle. And we need to define the wheels and the doors, exhaust points. Oh, we have got so much to do. Now ordinarily in the past I would have just made the wheels fit a vanilla car to check them as wheels, but I'm not going to do that in an instance. We're going to go straight for it. Straight for it. So we need to set up some slots. And what slots are they are things in the view geometry here. So if it's got a proxy, it needs a slot. So we need the doors, drivers, and the wheels. We need them in the view geometry. I guess we also need them in the. We need them in the fire geometry. Okay. We're going to need a crew driver and a crew passenger, so we'll grab that now from one of my other car things. I think this little copter thing that I did was the last one. What we're looking for here is I'm gonna be honest with you, that is not it. It was S2103 or something there. And the mouse. So what I need from here, if I get them from the view geometry here, and we'll grab the crew co-driver and crew driver. So we grab that there, paste them in our new vehicle here. I'm going to put them somewhere. Ordinarily the ass is round about that bottom thingy there. So if I look at that one's lower, so that driver one's going to be about right there. Move the passenger one to the same. Have a look in this aspect. Select crew driver, and it looks central to the steering wheel for now. Crew co-driver here. Get him something like right. It's as you can see there, it's slightly pissed. So we'll put everything on the same orientation for now. There. Select him all. We'll put him in the middle of the seat, which I think is going to be about there. I think that's the seat there, is it? Yeah, we're not far off there. The odds of it being correct there. So that crew driver and crew co-driver, they need to go in the view geometry. Well, I copied the wrong things. That crew driver and crew co-driver there. I should have just done that really, shouldn't I? Copy those two. Go into the view geometry and the fire geometry in order to take damage. you don't want people to get injured or killed in your vehicle, just don't put the crew in there. Just put them on the same. Now what you'll find is the rod that moves the actual visual representation is the view geometry. So if you move them in view geometry, they'll move. If you just move them in this geometry here, they won't. Strictly speaking, you don't need them in that LOD. Why? I have no idea. So they're called crew driver and crew co-driver. The first thing we need to do is put them in the model config. Here, because they're animated proxies, they hide, unhide. So crew driver. Refresh my brain. Crew co-driver. As well just copy past that. Co-driver. That's all the entry that we need for those two in the model config. Now, those are the two driver and co-driver positions. In order for them to work, we need some other elements. Now we're in the view geometry here of my other thing. Here, what you want is the seat co-driver and the seat driver. They're just convex elements that you look at when you're in game, and it registers to via a script to say, okay, they're trying to get in the vehicle. Then you get a prompt: get in as driver, get in as co-driver. Okay, so for now we will just structure topology find components. So we just have two convex components at the moment. Now in the memory LOD we also need some more, and I'd like to first of all point out to you why I'm getting these things. So here we have class crew, and the crew is defined in the following manner: where the driver action selection position is seat driver, and that's what we've just put in the view geometry LOD. The only problem is I put it in the fire geometry LOD. So I'll delete that and delete empty. Mr. He knows what he's doing. Are you sure? Who are you following here? Are you mad? But yeah, so we've got seat underscore driver, and in our config the selection position is seat driver and seat co-driver. Okay, we're going to be adding that to our config. I've took all the static stuff out there, so don't worry about that. Now the get in position is in the, so this is in view LOD, and this stuff here is in the LOD being level of detail, meaning these things here. Okay, so we're going to go into the memory LOD now, and we're going to put in, well, I'll be honest with you, I'm just going to copy them from here a minute, and we want pos driver and pos underscore driver. Some have underscore, some don't. As long as you're consistent in the CPP and the model itself, everything will be okay. So we'll see what we've got here. Can you see? Pos co-driver, it's underscore, so we're good to go. So copy those 4. As you can see, it's just 2 memory points either side of the vehicle doors. We'll just paste them in there. And then they're almost perfect, to be honest. There'll be a little width, and I think we're going to have to shrink all this. I'm setting myself up for a fall, I know, but it is what it is. Now, there is a 3rd point that we need to find now, and we find that in the script. Just waiting for my broadband company. They just added a £10 to my bill, and then when I went to the bill for the first time ever, it states at the bottom that there's a discount that runs out this month. 24 more month contract, verbally over the phone. They never said a bloody word. I'm not sure about yourselves, but if you've got Outlook, the junk filters have all failed today, so we're getting junk in our email. I think that's I think someone's done a deal there. That doesn't happen without somebody pressing a button. I think what they're doing, they're I don't know why that's a draft. I've sent it. Anyway, look. Right, so scripts. Luckily, well, there's junk's just coming through every 2 seconds now. It's ridiculous. Look. Come on. Scripts. No. We're going in scripts, full world, entities, vehicles, car script. We need I'm looking for a word I haven't used for a little bit, so please forgive me. Seek connection. So now, string get condition point from selection. So it's got the seat driver when it looks at it, and it's returning that seat con11. So we need those two to marry up. So what we need to do is insert a point around the driver's door here. Pressing insert, lift it up to round about the seat there, new, and call it seat con11. You notice 11 means front left. The first one refers to the front of the vehicle, the left of the vehicle. The second one refers to the right side as we look at it. So 11 means front right. Seat con21 means front left. Well, yeah, 21. So we're going to put another in here. Right, so move it up there on the passenger side. Well, what do you call it now? Co-driver's side. Seat con21. And if you look at the script here, seat con21. Now sometimes we can't get in and out, even though we're going to be inheriting from car script at some point. Initially we're just going to go straight for truck. You won't need to add all that in because you're inheriting, but for these purposes we are adding it, I think. So we'll save that off now. So what we've got there is everything set up in the model and the model config to get in and out as passengers. So now we'll move on to wheels. Now when we set a wheel, we set it in the view geometry lot here. We've already called them wheel 1121. for model config purposes, and that's good. We need that there. So we copy that, and that's represented in the view geometry log like so. If we go back to our donor vehicle here, and look in the view geometry, truck wheel there, you'll notice it just refers to the geometry piece, not the proxy as well. If we go to our S102 wheel, whatever it is, maybe wheel there, just right define that weight. Oh, you're not in there. I'm going to use another donor vehicle. It's because that's on skis. We'll just use this carrier. It's the same kind of truck setup. So. Oh yeah, when we go into view geometry here, you have something called a real wheel here. 1 1 2 2 2 3 4. Okay. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do is paste that in there. Place them appropriately like that. They're a little bit big, but they'll do for now. Okay, so where we're calling them here Rio wheel, we need to call them ours JAT underscore wheel. Keep it down. McAfee subscription has expired. I'm getting junk mail like shit today. Should be GAT lowercase wheel. Might as well copy that now. Just go through this in a minute. Okay, so these are the things, much like when we look at the seat, we get the option to look in. Here, these things give us the option to pick the wheel up. Okay, if we've done it right. Sometimes it's better to have them just sticking out a little bit, because the geometry can blank them out. I'll be alright for now, we'll just leave it there where it is. That's the wheels. You'll notice that for now, wheel 1 refers to the proxy. JAT wheel refers to that. Now, this is where we get into a thing here called class config slots. That's with an O. Slots with an O. So in these slots now we need to define things. Not right away because we're going to do the doors first. Or shall we just go through it while we're on wheels now? I think whilst we're on wheels, keep it relevant. One thing at a time, sweet Jesus. I will move those out. And we'll see another junk mail. I mean, hopefully the overlay doesn't show that notifications about junk mail. It won't annoy you as much as it won't annoy me, but we'll see. Excuse me. Right. in order for these slots to become relevant, we need to do a lot of work. In the class config slots, as you will see from scripts here, we go in the scripts config. I haven't undone that. If you get a binarized config, let's go to your tools. Looks like when I showed you how to go into the config convert folder. You just drop that binarized config there into that exe bin to CPP. You'll get the unbinarized version then. Delete that one. It's that one that takes precedence when starting up the so we want to do some wheel slots, and there's the VS3 wheel, so we'll use that. You notice there's a slot for every wheel. Looks like we'll have to do now. So ours is a so this prefix slot stays, then here it's a GAT underscore wheel 11. We'll take that name there, put it here, display name, GAT wheel. If you have any problems, it's because these names here are not matching. Okay, so you need one for every slot. In this case, we are doing single. So I'll have 1 2 1 2. You will have 2 1 2 1. Sorry, 1 2. I missed that one. 2 1. Here will be 2 2 Desmond 2 2 2 2 2 2. If you wish, you can write front, left, and all that jazz there if you wish, but I won't be doing that today. And the ghost icon is set as the image wheel, which is good enough for us. That's the empty slot when there's nothing in it. So yeah. So there we've got the JAT wheel there. Okay. And then the model, we have defined there the slot JAT wheel 1 2 2 1, all the same, yeah. We'll save that. We're not going to put the doors on it yet. We're going to try and get this in game without the doors, and then we'll do the doors over there. Just one moment while I've got my sorry, Virgin Media are talking to me at the same time I'm doing this about my bill. Yeah, so we'll get it in without the doors for now. Probably cause lots of problems taking shortcuts, you know how it works. I think we've not done the exhaust stuff and all that, obviously. We're just we're doing what modders do. We're rushing, getting to it. Right, so now we need, first of all, I'm going to try to simply inherit from the truck. Right, now it's not the easiest thing to do, believe me. If you're inheriting something, there's a lot of things you don't really want from the original. Right, so we're going to go into vehicles here, and it's called truck 01, isn't it? What I'm going to do, I'm going to be very naughty, wheel ruined, check that. Simply going to do that. what I'm going to do here is we're going to parse the car wheel there. Excuse me. The reason we're going to do that is second. We do our JAT square wheel there. Description short. Maybe I should put just the truck. Excuse me. So I want this. You'll notice there's a forward slash. So we'll go DBO. No, it's not. It's toots by DBO, isn't it? Toots by DBO. Vehicles. Toot truck. Proxy. And it's JAT wheel. JAT underscore wheel. Now there may be a problem just at the moment by doing that, but we're going to go through it, don't we? Now these, we don't want them. It should be now the new slot JAT. There we go. One, two, two, one, two, two. Now for the moment we're going to leave the radius there. The actual radius will be the radius of the wheel. I'm not going to open it up now. I don't wish to do it now, but we are going to, because that matters in terms of how it looks and drives. The ruined wheel here. What do we want to do about that? For now, we'll just do a JAT underscore wheel ruined. It's going to be represented by the truck ruined wheel model. Okay, it's going to come from that there, goes to that there. Nice one. That's the wheel practically done. I suspect if we went in game now and spawned that wheel, when we have it in our hands, it will be held in one hand, our right hand, and it won't be right because there's lots more to do. However, for this piece of the tutorial, we're okay for now. If we wanted it to work out right and in our hands, we'd do truck or one wheel here. Let's do that for now. Let's start off by inheriting from there, and then we'll digress later. Okay, same with the truck. We'll do that. Yeah. Now, I don't know, is it a chassis or a cover? What is it? It's that many bloody trucks, isn't there? Search, shall we get a bit more? That's the base, isn't it? That's the covered thing. Right, I like it, I like it. We're going to take that there. Wow, they've got a lot to do. Take that lot there a minute. CMA, I've got too many. Truck 01 covered, truck 01 base, truck 01 base, car script. So if we do class car script there, it's scope 0, so this isn't for thing. Now, again, just for us, just to eliminate some problems in the beginning, we're going to inherit from that base. Okay, this is going to be GAT truck base. We'll take that there. This will be just, or is it just a truck, was it? I'm mad at myself with my capitals. Right, so now we have a lot to do, we keep saying. And this is the GUI that shows up the things that it can take. Now, for now, we just need to change this wheel stuff. JT. We may get lots of crashes because we may be defining stuff that isn't done yet, so don't worry, we'll get through it. But you watch me do it and fix it, and you struggle and not even know why it's breaking. All them reflectors and hoods and doors we can leave on for now, don't worry about that. Obstacle generator size, I understand that to be from the FBX in terms of the I don't know if it's the wheels or collision or what, but we'll leave that for now. One day we'll have to investigate it. Damage system will leave. Now you'll notice here the set of animation sources. We will try not to use them because we're going to inherit. Because we're inheriting, we'll bring them anyway if we need them. Now, what worries us is that we're inheriting, but we can't because we're not parsing it through. So something in car script in the simulation module we need to bring through to ours. I suspect it'll be in the what was that? Nice car down. Right, so in this simulation module here, yeah, we need to do it a bit different in ours. Look at ours, something's missing. Look down here, see how it says axles, denotes from axles, well, we need to get rid of that. Front, wheels, left, right. We're not going to have a middle. We're going to have a rear. We won't need that. And that, because ours is the base of our own, so we don't want to be inheriting from something else. Now what's missing from here, right, we'll have a look. So from the front section there, it has wheels left, right, and ours in the front section it has wheels left and right. Okay, now in the front here it has 1, 2, 3 items before suspension. In there, in the front, it has nothing. So all it's missing is something out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the left section. So we'll just copy them there. Go to our left section here, paste them 5. Look at those 2. So we'll take out anim damper, because we've already got it. And we'll take out inventory slot, because we've already got it. Okay. Wheel hub, and damper is 1-1. Yep, now we'll do the same for the right side. Make a little gap there. So again, wheel hub, anim damper, so we don't need anim damper. We don't need inventory slot. We do need the rest. When we go to the rear here, we have 1, 2, 3 in the rear there. That's not true, but we'll have a look in a minute, don't we? We go to the rear here, left and right. Again, it's 5, isn't it? So wheel hub, yeah. And damper, yeah. Take that out. Excuse me. Take that out. Click the wrong button on my mouse clearly there. Take that out. I'm going to have to go through this bit because it was not straightforward me deleting all this shit without telling you what's going on. What's happened is the truck has 3 axles, therefore some of these numbers are out, but I'm going to put them right. I understand them. But yeah, so inventory slot can go, and in damper can go, and wheel hub can go. Save that. Right, what you need to know is this. There's remember before I mentioned about the correlation between things. That's turn front left. So if we go into the model config here, turn front left will steer our hub 1-1 there on that axis. Now we just need to find out what wheel it relates to. 1 and wheel, 1 damper, 1 land, carry on here. So I've got damper 1-1, that's good. That's the damper is the same, and the truck wheel or 1 inventory slot is wrong, because what ours is JAT slot. Okay, now copy that. So the front right we know is 2-1. That's correct. 2-1. Then we go to the back left. If you remember before, it's actually 1-2, and the damper is 1-2, and the wheel is 1-2. And on the right side at the rear is damper 2-2. It is wheel 2-2, and it's 2-2 land. Turn back right there, so if we look at that, that should be hub 2-2, showing it in there. Turn front, Yeah, these aren't steering, so I better be careful with the axles, shouldn't I? It's go back to the front. Turn front right, turn front left. Turn back left, turn back right. What were I thinking? Like that might have helped me. Wheel back right. The steering, yeah. Won't be a second. Want to see in vehicles. Oh yeah, anim rotation wheel back. Anim rotation back. Yeah, anim rotation. Yeah. So it doesn't turn that. Hopefully it'll say on here steering nil. Is steering no? Let's just find out if it says anywhere in here. Steer. Yeah. That's alright. Looks like it's giving it an extra. Can you see? Turn front left is the turning. Turn back left. So it's turning them wheels a bit maybe. Interesting. But we'll leave it for now. So that's our slots designated into there. Now the damage system we'll leave for now. We'll need all them damage zones in our model, in the fire geometry. Excuse me. So we've got the crew, we've got that in. We're not going to do any scripts because we're inheriting directly from now attachments. We won't have any truck doors attaching or hoods. Not any spare wheels or barrels or anything like that just yet. But we will do eventually. That's what we're here to learn about. And what we'll have is 1 2 2 1 2 2. Now we also need the proxy, so that defines the wheels as an object. Base building contains I could just copy from up there because I've already done my know, but I'll just do it. Bear with me. We'll leave them there for now. They'll show up on the GNA, but you won't be able to put anything in. I'll leave them in as well there now, because later on we're going to need them doors fettling. In fact, like I was saying, that all just allows us to put it on the vehicle, hopefully. However, when it goes on the vehicle, it needs to be identified as a proxy. So for that, we need a new config down here. I'll find it down here. It's called config non-AI proxy. Wow, so many. Has it even got a van, this game? I keep saying buzzes and vans. You don't even have them, does it? Are they getting ready for the buzz bit? So yeah, so it's this class here. Oh, and the wheels at the top, so we're alright. We'll have the wheel ruined as well. So ours is called JT, as we know. So these is the things what makes it show when it's in your hand or when you place it on a truck. Again, the naming is important. I should have done capital first, but notice there's no forward slash at this point. Slots defined in there. I need to change that model in a minute, I'm aware of that. So copy that out, put that back for the OCDness of it all. It's in there. Alright, go back up to the wheel now. I'm not copying that. The model in that case, but when it's a file, forward slash doesn't come into it for some strange reason. That's there. I'm going to leave that ruined wheel there for now. It's not going to work anyway because we've not scripted one in, but let's see what happens. What we're going to do now is pack it up. Pack it in, pack it up. We need some geometry here. It won't run without. What I normally do is just create a cylinder, 16, a radius of 1, segments of 16, size 1 segments 1. Let's create that. Now we have to match this to the size of the hub radius. Is that a thing? 0.3. That's because when it unpacks the things, all that 1,000 and 15,001, it's floating point errors from the converting. It does sometimes absolutely wreck the game. Can you see those? Anyway. I wonder if we dare to replace that with that. Will that fuck us up? It's my OCD, I'll leave it now. Right, so that hub radius, wasn't it? 0.3. What that means is the radius of this needs to be 0.3. How do we do that? No fucking idea. Copy it, save that, create a new file, paste it, structure, center all, and then we measure that point there. This is pretty accurate stuff. Whether you need to be this accurate, I don't know. I want it to be 0.3, so it's 0.360. I think I'm good enough to manually do that. 0.346. Now that I've seen how much that did, I think that is exactly 0.3. You can do it by maths, it's easy enough. 0.318. I think that might be accurate enough. 0.305. It's enough. I've had enough, that's enough. Copy that, open our truck again. Nope, we don't need to save that shit. Geometry, paste. Delete that one, sorry. Move this one to where it should be. Moving it over the hub there. Right, now where do we get the name for that? Well, it's simple. We get it from here. Wheel 11 damper land. Now the question is, in armed assault, that would go in your config here in your skeleton bone. Let me just refresh my memory, see if it's in here. It's not. What this is the thing that collides with the terrain and makes your suspension go up and down on the truck and the physics and everything. So you've got to get this right. When the wheel's on it, it's the wheel that represents it when it proxies in, but for now, people used to just have this large and always on the thing, but we learnt that gotta do it like this. So that one is wheel 11 Damperland. It's an engine based thing. So I'm going to copy that now, make a new LOD, paste it. It's easier this way on it. Bring that over to here. I'm going off them lines there. Proxy. That is rear right as we look at it, so it's 1, 2. We'll copy that, paste that in the geometry. We'll go back to that. We'll rename it 2, 2 after the Bishop Desmond. Bring that across to this side. Copy that, move it to geometry, paste it. Go back, and we will move it back here. Here. I'll call it 2, 1 Damperland. How did I know all their names? Well, same to what I said earlier, it's in the config. Take that, paste. And then we'll just give it some general geometry here. That weight of that wheel. What did I do with that? I'll just undo everything in that there. Yeah, we're getting that naming from here, look, wheel 2, 1, so on and so forth. Right. Yeah. It's nearly lunchtime, you know. Well, let's check on that class crew while we're in here. Yeah, it's inheriting it from truck anyway. We're alright, we're alright. Give this just a little square block of mass. Now we are playing to the rules of our friend 1.2 at the moment, so the mass has changed from the original things. Right. Find components. Every component in the geometry lab must be named. Now the mass, let me find something that I did to 1 point thingy standards. Not sure I made that up to 1 point thingy standards or not. To mess with all the masses. 2,305. No, that doesn't look right. Sure. What was the Fiat at? I think that's at Humvee levels. And it was rather nice actually. Nearest damn it is 3,700, isn't it, Mom? So So we'll select all that, give it a mass of 3,700 newtons, damn it. It's got a nice low centre of gravity there anyway. What I want to just check is, well, the significance of what we've just done there is, forget about all that as well. The suspension stiffness here. I need to find out what it is on the suspension, compression and damping. This is all the shit that makes it bounce and everything in the game online, so you've got to be very careful. 60,000, what have we got? 65,000 manual. There's no known calculation yet. Class off-road auto. Obviously past it, and let's get the simulation pulled up from here. What's its it's 50,000, you see. Damping 337, damping 4.1, compression 3. So we need to add a lot more weight. Let's go. I'm gonna have to suss that out. I'll see if I can get a number off a friend. Let's just go 5 ton for now. Yeah, let's save that a minute. Let's pack it up for the last. Anybody guessing how many errors we're going to have here? How many crashes? Now, I'm going to test it offline, and then this evening I'm going to come back. This is part 6A or something like that, and then 6B this evening. This afternoon, so this evening you'll get it here. Unless I just pause it now. It takes so long, I need to get this up there. So yeah, this will be part A, and then we will we'll see if it comes in. If it does, that's great. But in part B, we'll troubleshoot. Anyway, I think we've given it names. It's very quick if this goes in. I mean, I have got a lot of experience now, so it should be getting quicker. Let's see when it's even cold. A bit of daytime so we can see things, objects. Just a truck. Ah, the model's wrong or something, isn't it? But JT win. We got that. We got that. Using the truck destroyed model, so that's good. Ah, we've got an actual wheel, so that's alright. to check our errors, see why we couldn't see a truck. And that'll be the end of part A. Go looking for the word error. That's usually what causes a crash. There. So missing axle class definition, truck axles JT12. So that's not going to help, is it? I kind of think I know what the other is. What's happened here is it did have 3 axles, didn't it? So I'll put it on drive there, and it should be drive AWD. I think. Let's just check that. Yeah, drive AWD there. Okay. Let's have a quick test of that and see if that helps. Yeah, if the thing doesn't show or it crashes, just go into your DayZ error report and look for error there in capitals. That's what crashes your game or stops things from appearing, really. Not saying I've just fixed it in that one easy. You know, there's thousands of other errors. I'm trying to put the truck in with 2 wheels and a bloody passenger seat. It'd be really nice if it did, because we can look at the scale now. Like I said, I think it needs to be 10% smaller, but we'll see. The wheel didn't look so far off in our hands, did it? But we want bigger wheels anyway. That's the kind of people we are. Why am I whispering? Oh, I've had a sore throat. So this is the last attempt. This will be end of part A, part 6A, and part 6B will resume shortly after you see this, hopefully, and certainly within a few hours. And then we'll continue to troubleshoot, get things in game. Hopefully, I'm not even going to make it dark. Yeah, there's more errors than meets the eye. Just be sure. Sometimes it can be underground, can't it? Right, so let's check what the error is there. So in part 6B, we're going to rectify this error. It'll be fine now. And I'll see you there. No differential, there we go. No differential now. Right, and that's to do with the fact that when we make it there, the class central differential, if we have a look at ours, come down to there, we do have a central differential. Don't have a differential found in this axle here, or this axle. Yeah, we have it there. It's 0.8 locked, but we're going to go with here, open at the front. Go in the front there. I think we can just stick it in there. 4 wheels, is it? Before suspension, I don't think that really matters. Keep it all thingies. Find out what that rear is also open. We will be matching the truck at some point. Yeah, it's got a lock, so we're just going to match what we found up there. In which case, we should probably take that as well. consistency there really. We'll lock that up. That's 3 differentials, the central diff, front and rear diff, and we'll copy them from there. Hopefully this time we should see a truck. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the truck. It's a long way to go, and I'll load this up now, and then I'll get me dinner and we'll do part B. Noisy chair. I used to have a right little test island and it took about 8 seconds to load up. This island's my test terrain for Afghanistan type terrain, and it's bloody massive. Okay, will we see a truck? Oh, object. Hooray! Okay, we didn't change the model, but I wonder if our wheels are on that anyway, just for a long. It must be just out of range. Yeah, it's gone on. I don't know where it's gone. Should have left it dark and convince you that yeah, it's because the proxy's not fixed to that wheel, is it? Right. So we'll end that farce there, and part B we will fix the fact that when we created the truck, we didn't change the model. So I'll see you then. That's part A tonight with 6B. Bye bye for now.